On this page, you're working with fractions, and I know that there's not room to write your answers on this page, so I want you to get notebook paper. This is how you work with the textbook, so you should be in the habit of organizing your paper on notebook paper. We'll do samples with you, and I'll show you how to get it organized. So I'm doing number 1. It says to write the reciprocal. I hope that you remember all this. It's when you divide fractions, you multiply the reciprocal. So you take that and you turn it upside down. Just like that. Underneath that, we'll do number 3. Well, first, let's put that in fraction form. That's just fraction form. Now we need to find the reciprocal. So the reciprocal is -1/12. You can't put a whole number. You can't put a whole number in the reciprocal form. Let's move on down to 8. Five eighths times 7/12 divided by 2. We'll do the multiplication first. 5/8 times 7/12 is 35/96. That is not reducible. All right, so we know that this right here makes 35/96. So I've got 35/96 divided by 2. I'll put that in, well, in fraction form it would be 2/1. So now let's rewrite it. I'm going to take out a step. If fraction form was 2/1, then the reciprocal would be 1/2. And once again, we cannot cross reduce. It's pretty crazy. 35 over, see, 2 times 6 is 12, 19, 192. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is not reducible. That is your final answer for number 8. You do not have to write your answers over there. There's not enough room. It'll be too messy. Write your answers here. Number 9. 4 times 3/16 times 5. Since these are all multiplication, and multiplication is commutative, you could just multiply straight across. So let's convert these to fractions and multiply them straight across. 4/1 times 3/16 times 5/1. We can cross-reduce these two. Reduce that becomes 1 divided by 4 is 4. Now, 1 times 3 times 5 is 15. 1 times 4 times 4 is 4. Let's convert that to an improper fraction. 3 and 3/4. Number 9 is 3 and 3/4. Number 16, or number 17 rather. Let's see, 18 divided by 2/3 times 6. So this is division and multiplication, so we can't do it all at once. We'll do this first. 18/1 divided by 2/3 is 18/1 times 3/2. We can cross reduce. This becomes 1, this becomes 9. I reduced them by 2, by the way. I multiply out and I get 27/1. So the value of all of that is 27. So let's go back to the 27 times 6. We'll come over here. 27 times 6. Let's see, 6 times 7 is 42. 16. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep. So it's 162. Now I've come to the bottom of the page. Going to go turn it over to the next page. Then we'll do number 20. I'm going to go ahead, instead of copying these, I'm going to go ahead and convert these to improper fractions when I write them on my paper. 25 times 1 is 25, 26, so I have 28 25ths divided by 1/5 times 8, 9, 11 fourths. They're different operations, so I'm going to do division first. 28 25ths times 5 over 1. And I can cross reduce, look here. This becomes 1, this becomes 5. Now we have 28 over 5. Since I still have more work to do with this, I'm going to leave it in improper form. The value of all of this is 28/5. I still have to multiply that by 11/4. So 28/5 times 11/4. And I can cross reduce. These both reduce by 4. 1, 7. When I multiply that across, I get 77/5. So 5 goes into 7 one time. Let's see, 5 goes into 7 one time, 27, 25 times, with 2/5 left over. Let's do the last two. This first one is area. Area is length times width. The area of a rectangular court is 21 3/5 meters long and 13 3/4 meters wide. Okay, find the area. You're going to multiply these two numbers. I'm going to convert them when I write them over here. See, 5 times 20 is 100, 105, 6, 7, 8. So it's 108/5. So 21 3/5 is 108/5. Times 4 times 13, 52, 55 fourths. So 13 3/4 is 55 fourths. I can cross reduce. 5 goes into 5 once, goes into 55 11 times. 4 goes into 108. Goes into 4 one time. This is really great. Goes into 108 26 times, 27 times. 27 times. Now I'll multiply straight across. 1, and then 27 times 11. I'll need to write that out. 27 times 11. 27. Get 297. Which equals 297 meters. And finally, number 22. One and 1/4 foot piece you can cut from a piece of wood that's 20 feet long. So it's 20 feet long, and you're going to cut it into 1 and 1/4 foot pieces. So you want to know how many of these you can get out of it. So you're going to take your 20-foot long board, you're going to divide it by 1 and 1/4 foot pieces. Let's convert these to fractions. 5/4. Now we will change it to multiplication. We can cross reduce, yay, by 5. What do you know? 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 1 is 1. The answer is 16 feet. No, 16 pieces. So you get the idea of how I want you to write everything out. It's okay if you wrote out everything with me and you put them in this order. Just get another piece of paper and go back and do all the ones that we didn't do. It's fine if you end up having the ones we did together out of order.